Welcome to Blue Clouds TV, your number one source for soccer news. Stay up to date with matches, transfers, Chelsea news, and the latest football topics. Be sure to like the video and subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Everybody, welcome back to Blue Clouds TV officially. It's another day. It is the 20th of December 2021. This is another day that where we come up here and talk about a very, very good, important topic, which is players that we're gonna sell. We think Chelsea Football Club fans, supporters feel like we can sell by bringing some other good players or players that we think that we can keep or players that we can send out on loan. And there are so many players in there that we are going to take our time and then talk about those good players and some that have fall out with our fans. And we will today, I'm not here alone. I'm being joined by my wonderful Discord group as my guest. Then we will delve into the whole situation when we want to find out who really merit to stay and who really deserve go on loan and who really we have to sell. But guys are here. I have Hams Master here. I have Steve. I have Hams and I have Fairboy with me. You see here with me all the way from Ghana. So how you guys doing today, guys?
Yeah, doing good. How are you?
Yeah, doing good.
Not too bad. It's just another day of streaming, and we're gonna take things a little bit more seriously and take things not to take things personal, but then we see it as a football fans, players that players that we really think that they have to stay at the club, and those that we think that they don't have to, that we have to let them go. Those are the things that we're gonna look at today. In your we're gonna start from the goalkeepers first. Or do you guys have anything concerning the stream topic today? Sell, loan, or keep? Do you guys have anything really that's stream?
No, it's not a problem. We can do that. No
All
problem.
right. Okay, but what do you think? Topic.
Oh yeah, we can go on with the topic. Yeah, it's a fine topic.
Okay,
It's
and
a
then
fine topic.
and then I saw a topic that you put up. It's also very, very important. We can really think about it in the next stream or in the next future. I saw that the other one that you talk about. The wood
Yes,
deal.
I think it's
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that one was about if Chelsea
Mm-hmm.
can give up whether we have any
Oh,
hopes
in
of
the
winning the
title,
title.
win the title. Yeah, that would be the next stream. That's a very very content to create on the stream. So we're gonna start with the goalkeepers first, starting with Kepa Arrizabalaga, Eduardo Mendy, and Marcus Bettinelli. Let's start with you, fair boy. Which of these goalkeepers you gonna loan, or which of them are you gonna keep, or which of these goalkeepers are you gonna sell?
So right now, it seems Chelsea has three goalkeepers.
Right.
I've not seen a lot from Bettinelli.
Okay.
So I think Bettinelli will go on loan, perhaps. Kepa is an okay backup. He can be there for Mendy, whilst Mendy obviously stays. So I think one goes on loan, the rest of them will stay in the club at
Uh,
least.
I think for your information, you cannot send a goalkeeper. We need every Premier League team need three goalkeepers in every team. So there's none of these goalkeepers can go on loan at all.
Yeah.
None of these
Yeah.
goalkeepers.
So,
Hams Master, what do you
so which
think?
means that definitely.
At first, I would say I would sell Kepa, but right now, if there's no one available, I'll probably keep him. So I'll keep Kepa. I'll keep Mendy and I keep Bertinelli because we haven't seen much of Bertinelli. And Mendy hasn't done anything wrong. So yeah, that's what I believe. That's what I believe.
Yeah, like I said, none of these goalkeepers can go anywhere because we need three. We need three goalkeepers to be with the team. So now we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on down to some of that. There are other loan players. We will talk about loan players also. We're gonna start with the defense. Defense, we have Lukas Beckstrom. Sorry, he's from Finland. We have Antonio Rudiger with German international. We have Marcus Alonso, Andreas Christensen, and we have Andreas Christensen. Well, I think there are too many. If I mention of them, there'll be too many. So I'm gonna start with these three players first. Lucas Beckstrom, and then Antonio Rudiger. We will talk about this players. Are you gonna keep Hans Master? Will you keep any of these players, or you thought?
Um,
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Let me get back to again. The Lucas Beckstrom guy is a goalkeeper. I didn't see that. He's a goalkeeper, so he is the guy that we can send on loan, or maybe
I would loan him.
yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a guy that can be fair boy. That would be a guy that can. Now let's talk about the defenders. We have Marcus Alonso, Antonio Rudiger, Andreas Christensen, and Thiago Silva. You take these four players, Hams Master. Tell me which of these players. I'll start with Antonio Rudiger. Which of these players you're gonna sell, keep, or loan? Antonio Rudiger. Starting from Antonio Rudiger.
Rudiger, I'll keep. Christensen, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll keep him. He might be useful. Silva, he's getting a bit old, but I'll keep him for at least one more year. And Alonso can go. He can go.
Alonso can go. Okay, so you're keeping three out of four that I mentioned to you. Fairboy, what about you?
Yeah.
Antonio Rudiger is, as for me, I would have liked to keep Antonio Rudiger.
Right.
But here's on condition. Does he want to stay? If he wants to stay, he signs a new contract, then he stays. If he does not want to stay, I wouldn't force him. He could go.
Exactly. Yeah,
But
exactly.
for me, I would love to keep him because he's a very good defender, an excellent defender. Andreas Christensen, I
Yeah.
think he's not that bad a defender. He has a lot of things to learn. I will still keep him. He has lots of abilities. I seem like a Thiago Silva type of player, like a Thiago Silva replacement. So for him, I'll keep him. Thiago Silva, he's old. We know that. But his experience will be important. So I can keep him for a few years.
No,
Then
no,
see what.
you can go few years. You can only go give him 1 year. Thiago Silva is
You can only give him
Yeah,
he's almost
yeah,
37 years. 37 years.
I
How
think
much more
I
can
think
you
you give
give
him
there's
one
him?
no
more.
problem.
You give
In
him
So
one
just a
more.
so
season.
how you can interpret the few years, it's up to you, the listener.
2 years?
But I'll
Is that
give
you
him
think?
some,
Yeah.
maybe a year, I should just say, to at least help some of the kids in here.
Yeah.
Aspilicueta.
No, I didn't mention Aspilicueta yet. I didn't mention
Alonso.
You
Aspilicueta.
didn't mention
Alonso.
Alonso.
You said Alonso.
Aspilicueta.
Yeah, Alonso.
I'll keep him. I'll keep Aspilicueta too.
I did not mention Aspi.
Alonso.
You
It's
said
Alonso.
Alonso.
Yeah, Alonso.
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 Alonso. I will sell him. For me, I will sell him.
You sell him. No loan. Just sell him out, right? Get him out. Get him out, right?
Yeah, I'll sell him. Yes.
All right.
For him, I'll sell him. He's trash.
Well, to me, if it was me, I'm selling Christensen, I'm selling Alonso, I'm leaving Antonio Rudiger, renew his contract and keep Thiago Silva for 1 season. When I sell Marcus Alonso and I sell Andreas Christensen, I'll get enough money to cover the sale or the signature of Kunde. That would be a very good replacement for the team. So
yeah, that would be a good replacement.
that would be what I would do as a fan or as the owner of the club. Now we're gonna move on to these 3 players: Ben Chilwell as a left back, Reese James as a right fullback, and Aspilicueta, Cesar Aspilicueta. Cesar Aspilicueta has 0 goals so far. He's got 3 clean sheets to himself. Reese James appearances, he has 14 appearances, clean sheet, 5 clean sheet, 4 goals.
I changed my mind. Christensen, he needs to get out. I changed my mind. Christensen out.
You're selling Christensen. You want to sell
Yeah, I'm selling him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, your opinion is all accepted. Appearances for Ben Chilwell, he's got 6 appearances, 4 clean sheet, and 3 goals to his name. So we were talking about these 3 players: Ben Chilwell, Reece James, and Cesar Aspilicueta. I'm gonna start from whoa! What the hell just happened? We have Jerome is right here. What up, Jerome?
What's up, man? What's up?
Not a whole lot, man. We're talking about these our players who we want to sell, who we want to keep, and then who is down here? Oh, Shazam! What's up, my brother?
What's up, people?
It's been a while, man. It's been a while. Well, let me get back and then restart the whole thing again. We're not gonna start everything, but I'm just gonna update you on what is going on, what the whole entire stream is all about. Today, we are talking about our players that we think. I know the January transfer is just on the corner. We're thinking of players that we have to sell, players that we can keep, players that we can loan in this aspect. And we've started from the defenders. We've already done with the goalkeepers, which is Kepa Arrizabalaga, Eduard Mendy, Marcus Balotelli, and then Lucas Beckstrom. He's a Finland international. He's the only one that I think we can loan from here. If you're looking at, if we're talking about the future, he's the only one that I think we can loan. Then we came down to these 4 players: Antonio Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Andres Christensen, and Marcus Alonso. In you guys' own perspective, who do you think we can keep? I'll start from Jerome, who is just underneath Fairboy.
Yeah, you go, Jerome.
Yeah, I'll go with Jerome. Jerome, these 4 guys: Thiago Silva, Antonio Rudiger, Andres Christensen, and Marcus Alonso. Which of these guys you gonna sell, loan, and keep?
Or keep.
I think I'd keep Thiago Silva because he's still performing at a world class level, like pretty much every week. You know, he's flawless. You know,
Yeah.
I think, and even if next season he drops off a little bit,
Yeah.
for the leadership and for the dressing room, he's so important. So I definitely keep Thiago. It's a no brainer for another year. Alonso can go. I'd rather play me at left back over him. Like I'm done with him. Get him out immediately. I'm really divided on Rudiger.
Well, hold on. Before let me say this. Let's not talk based on agenda. Let's really see from the other side of the coin. Let's really see what is reality. Players that we really think that we can loan, keep, and sell. Go ahead.
Of course,
Jerome.
of course. Yeah, I would sell Alonso. I won't say too much about it, but I would sell him personally. Some people might disagree. With Rudiger and Christensen, I'm a little bit divided because Rudiger, I want to eventually move to a back four.
Yeah.
I don't think Rudiger can play in a back four. He's playing brilliant in a back three, but I think he's very aggressive. And do you know when like kids play football, they chase the ball. Sometimes Rudiger
All
goes out
around.
of position
Too
and he
many
trails the
times.
ball.
Too many times.
He follows the ball. It's like, do you know when you're a kid, you just run after the ball, don't
You
you? In a
see
big
all the 11 kids running after one ball. No one is in position. There's no room
There's
to.
no
Yeah.
I feel like Rudiger plays football like this a lot of the time, and I think that's the part. He needs the back three and the experience of like a Thiago Silva to cover him.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I don't want to lose him for free because I think we could get money for him. So maybe keep him, extend his contract for him. It depends on the wage. I don't know. It's a really hard question. That Rudiger. Same with Christensen though. I'm divided with Christensen because we've never seen him perform in a back four.
Mhm.
We don't know how good he is really. Like we know he's solid. We know he's reliable, but if we're gonna want to be like Man City and win like title after title, or go to the next level, can we use players like Christensen in the starting 11? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm really divided on the centre back situation. But yeah,
Well, yeah. From what you just said, Jerome, Rudiger is 28 years old. If you give him his contract, renew his contract, thinking of selling him, there wouldn't be any resale value on Rudiger. So it's better you give him a long time contract, let him retire at the club, or let him be just like we did with John Terry, or just like we did with Gary Cahill. You know, so that is something that we'll be looking at. There's gonna be nothing coming back from Antonio Rudiger at his age. If you give him 2 more years, he's done. He'll be 30 years old. Probably he'll be 29 this year. Who knows? By summer he'll be 29.
Yeah.
Next year by summer he'll be 29. So there's not much coming back from Antonio Rudiger. So yeah, so Rudiger, it's a guy that you feel like we have to keep, right?
yeah, but I guess you kind of have to keep him when you put it like that, because losing him for free would be a disaster. But yeah, I guess if you keep him, then can you sell him on? Probably not. I'm a Christensen. It's the same, but he's a bit younger, isn't he? Christensen's what, 25, I believe, right?
Yeah, yeah,
25.
yeah.
Yes. I guess we should probably keep them both because we don't want to lose them on a free. But will they be 100% starters for a long term future?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Okay.
Who
Shazam,
knows?
Shazam, back to you. Tell me what you think. What I'm gonna do is once we wrap up this segment, before we wrap it up, we'll talk a little bit about the Wolves games. I know the nerves have calmed down. Jerome is down now; he's calmed down.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we will get into that. We will get into that later on.
No,
Jerome,
no,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I told myself it's not the right time to do a review after a game of that magnitude. So it's better off for us to do the review a little bit later on when Jerome's nerves are all calmed down and he won't curse and sweat that much today.
No. God.
All right.
I-
All right. Okay, great. So Sajam, tell me what you think. Who do we keep? Who do we
Well,
sell? Yeah.
we're selling Alonso, that's for starters.
Okay.
Not good enough. Not good enough. I'm sorry, but he's not good enough for Chelsea,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Mhm.
And this is my dilemma with Christensen and Rudiger.
Mhm.
For me, we renew Silva for sure. Rock solid, very important player.
Right.
But then it comes down to Rudiger and Christensen. For me, Rudiger, very, very good centre back and a back three. But it can be go on his mad crazy runs at times, which I don't like, which Jerome highlighted. And then the other point of view is the contract situation with both players. One's asking for too much money, and the other one's not committed to Chelsea. So it's a hard one. For me personally, I would keep Rudiger and maybe sell Christensen, but I don't know. For me, I think Silva makes Christensen look good. I don't know. I think that's just my opinion, but time will tell if when Silva leaves Chelsea, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you in any aspect of your I mean whatever you said. So we're gonna move on to everybody have had a say, right? Everybody has had a say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on to these three players. Ben Chilwell, Reese James, and Cesar Azpilicueta. That's where we were when we had Jerome and then and Shazam. Now I'm gonna start from the back. I'm starting from Shazam. what do you think of these players? Ben Chilwell as a left back, defender, Reese James, right wing back, and then Cesar Azpilicueta. It's three
Well, I think it just shows how much Ben Chilwell has been missed down for the left wing back position, because for me, the amount of runs he makes, pivotal runs, he's like running, crossing.
Yeah.
We missed that tremendously. Reese James, I think, could be a potential Chelsea captain. I think he's got a heart of a good captain to play for Chelsea and stuff like that. So for me, Azpilicueta, I'm sorry, but he's been a great servant for us, but I think the legs are gone. The legs are gone. The legs are gone, I'm afraid. He's been a good run, a good signing for us, 8 million from Marseille, but I think it's time to maybe move on, maybe get someone else in. But that's just me. That's just me.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. In my perspective, I think Azpilicueta, I mean, one more season with him on the bench, giving inspirations to the young players, trying to help them out before he can move to any other football club, or maybe back to Spain. That will help Azpilicueta. One more season with the club before he goes, because there's no resale value on him. Why won't you give him the chance to play with the young guys, give him more experience, and teach the guys with some more experience before he move away? Now let's Hams Master, what do you think of these three players?
Well, obviously, Reece James, he's our boy. He's he's an academy player. He's a
Yeah.
I would keep Reece James 100%. World class right back. World class is good. No, I'm not. He's not world class, but what I mean. I like him. Ben Chilwell, Benjamin Chilwell. Yeah, of course I'll keep him. Of course I'll keep him. I like what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's both of them. Reece James, Ben Chilwell work so well together, and they helped us for how well we'll be flying in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's why I will definitely keep these two. They're very important. Azpilicueta, I love the guy. I respect him. All the things he's done for us. He's a great asset in our team. Great inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
If he was gonna stay, he'd probably be a dressing room leader, or just just help out the young lads. But for me, as a player, he needs to go. I mean, I'm sorry, he just doesn't have any more. When I watched him last game, he looked like a Finnish player. He couldn't even keep up with the players he's playing against. I'm sorry. Yeah, he has to go. I apologize.
It has to go. This is what Hams Master just said. He has to go. It's okay. Azpilicueta has to go. Aspi, the fan said it's time for your legs are gone. It's time for you to go. The team need to move forward. Remember, Aspi, the team is there before you came. So then team has to move forward. Jerome, what do you think of these three players?
I'll start with Azpilicueta because I think he's the most divisive one. I think Reece James and Chilwell, 99% of Chelsea fans will say, yep, keep them. They're both very good players. They're young. They're going to get better. Keep them both. That's my opinion on them two. They're both very good, right? We all agree on that, I think.
Yeah, we all agree on that. Fairboy, how about you?
Yeah, I also agree that we keep Reece James and
because they're very young. Yeah.
Yeah, but as for Azpilicueta, I thought we could keep him, but as I listen to you guys, I have a change of mind. Now, let's be real here. Azpilicueta, it's not because his legs were gone. That is why he was struggling. He lacks much fitness. How many games has he played for us since then?
He has appeared. He has appeared in all competition. I think he has appeared 12 times in the Premier League. Three clean sheets, 0 goals.
Clean sheets.
And if you compare, hold on. If you compare him to the two players, the two players have scored 4 and then 3 goals. Ben Chilwell have scored 3 goals. Reece James have scored 4 goals. So that's the comparison here. Go ahead, boy.
Yeah, but of course, a defender's metrics is measured with his defending. The defending metric. That's what we use to measure defenders. But I think that we've not missed Azpilicueta when he's not played. He is replaceable. That is why I feel that he can be sold. because we have Chalobah, who
Yeah.
is doing tremendously well in
Yeah.
his absence. We can get Kunde. Kunde can easily slot in, and he'll play like a world-class right centre back. So I think amongst the three you just mentioned, Aspilicueta should be the one to be sacrificed.
Yeah, guys, don't forget as we're watching this, if you just join us on the channel, don't forget to like the videos, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It's always as usual your host Nate Zion, and then the channel name is Blue Clouds TV. With the Discord, I have my Discord group of members who knows their football very, very well. They're here with me. We're talking about Chelsea players that we think the upcoming transfer season or upcoming transfer window will be open very soon in January. The players that really merit to stay with the club and players that we think that it's time for them to move on. And the players that we think move on for a loan, on the players that we think that we can sell outright and keep money to be able to bring in or get a signature of a Conde or a Tuchumeni or Tuameni, the way and whichever way people call. So today we are talking about. We've gone through a series of players. Now is the turn of Trevor Chalobah, Melonsa, Xavier Mbuyamba. Taking these players, I think these are our last defenders that we are talking about right now. Actually, Trevor Chalobah is a midfielder naturally, but then Tuchel in our team, Tuchel plays him as a defender, so he's in the defenders category. That's why we have Trevor Chalobah over there. I'm going to start with Fairboy.
Of course, Trevor will stay because he's been an integral part of our squad. He's
Right.
been very effective for us. So definitely he's staying. There is nothing like selling with him. Malangsa, Malangsa. Nah, I'm done with this guy. I don't like him. He should go. But for Xavier still has a lot to learn. We've not seen him play for the first team. So I hope that perhaps he can be integrated with the first team and see how he's like. But for now, since he cannot break through the team, if he goes on loan, it will be fine for him. Then perhaps we can actually watch him. So Trevor Chalobah stays, Malangsa leaves, then and that's permanently. Then Xavier goes out on loan. That's mine for the three defenders.
Okay. What do you think, Jerome,
Um,
Xavier and Mbuyamba, Malansa, and Trevor Chalobah?
I'm gonna call how do you say his name? The Dutch one. I'm not good with names.
Mbuyamba. So you can say Mbuyamba. Xavier Mbuyamba.
Xavier.
Mbuyamba.
See, Xavier.
Xavier. But
I'm gonna call him big because
English pronounce it Xavier.
Xavier. Okay,
Yeah,
Xavier. That's
the
fine.
English pronounce Xavier. Other people with Xavier. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes the X is silent. It's a bit silent. I don't
Xavier.
know. Yeah. Whatever way you pronounce it. It's now. So
Yeah.
whatever way everybody chooses to pronounce it. Go ahead, Jerome. Sorry.
Xavier. It's okay. I think we need to give him a chance in the first team, maybe in like a cup game in the future, maybe in a league game that we're already winning or a pointless game. Give him a couple of minutes, see how he does. Maybe give him a chance. Maybe put him out on loan. But I want to give him a chance because apparently he's very talented, you know. But who knows? I think Malangza's got a. I just don't see how he's going to fit in at Chelsea in the future. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Maybe we could give him more game time. Maybe give him a bit more game time before telling him to go. But we'll see. I'm not convinced. And Chalobah, I think. Oh, I'm not like he's a good player, but the problem is we're not going to play a back five forever, are we? We're not going to stick with a back five forever. We are going to want to transition to a back four. Where would he fit in a back four? Does he play in the DM role as one of the two mid? Like let's say we go
Yeah.
to a like a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-2. Does he play as one of the holding midfielders in the 4-2-2, or does he play in the midfield
Right.
three? Where does he play? That's what I'm worried about. But yeah, I think we keep Chalobah, obviously.
What about okay, you've said both three. Who else? So yeah, Hams Master. Those three players. What's your opinion
Um,
on those three players? Yeah.
Mbiyamba, I haven't really, we haven't seen him as much, so I'll probably loan him. Obviously, I want to integrate him in the team slowly. If he adapts to whatever team is he's loaning,
Yeah.
preferably a Premier League club. So that's easier to tell how if you can handle the physicality of the Premier League. So I would loan Mbiyamba. Malangsa, yeah. I mean, the Brentford game he was okay, but when I see him play, he's clumsy as hell. He can't even hack it. So he's rubbish. Sorry, not rubbish, but I can't say that on camera. But he's not good enough. He's not good enough. So I'll sell him. And Chalobah, I like Chalobah. He's I like integrating youth. He's an interesting player. I like him. He's doing well so far. Excellent. He's been solid in our team. So yeah, definitely I'll keep. But he hasn't played in a back four, so I'm not sure where he would be in. But we just tested him preseason if he works on the back four. So yeah, Chalobah I'll keep on the midfield. Yeah.
Yeah, Hams Master said he's gonna keep Chalobah. Who Hams Master said he's gonna keep Chalobah. We're gonna go to Shazam. Shazam, what do you think of these three players? Chalobah, Melansa, Xavier, and Buyamba.
Keep Chalobah for sure. Very good defender ever since he came into the team. Very well. That took us put him into the team, gave him some experience. Xavier, how do you pronounce that? Xavier.
MB.
Is it?
Yeah, whatever you pronounce it, we'll get it.
Okay, Xavier.
Don't worry about yourself.
Probably put him out on loan, probably to give him some experience.
That's right.
And just to build up his confidence and getting some game time in the team. And then Malang Sarr, not been too impressed with him, to be honest. Very clumsy, as Ham said.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a good defender. I think we need to sell him. I know AC Milan were interested in him, so hopefully AC Milan come in for him. But other than that, that's my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. This is gonna be from my side also. This is what I think. From these three players, Chalobah is the future. One of the future defenders for Chelsea Football Club. He has 11 appearances and kept 5 clean sheets, 2 goals in his name already. He's an English great for Chelsea. We have a French international also, Melansa, who I think that he struggled. He struggled when he was on loan with FC Porto. He did not even get that much of playing time, and with that he didn't really get that much of experience. His appearance has been one. He's kept 1 clean sheet and no goals to himself, which, as we all know, defenders are not being tagged with goals. In Buyamba, I've watched him a couple times. He's been injured. He's been going out back and front with injury. He's been battling with injuries. But when I see him play, I don't think he's a finished article yet. He's still got a lot of room to go. He's still learning. He deserved a very good loan, either in the Championship. Then from the Championship, he can move himself up to the Premier League for another loan. Being in the developing team is not really helping him. We can't see the best out of him. He needs to go to the Championship where we can see him play most of the time, just like we did with with McGay, with Mason Mount, and all Gilmore and all the other stuff. I'm not sure if Gilmore played in the Championship, but Gilmore has been with good Premier League team, and he's still playing, and we've seen the best out of Gilmore. So we expect. I think that Melansa have to go on loan, and Buyaba has to go on loan too. And then
That's the question.
That's what I think. That's
Shazam got a question.
huh?
He's got a question, Shazam.
It's not a question. I'm just the way I feel about those 3 players.
What's ask the question? He said.
No. Okay, then we're gonna move on to the midfield. We're gonna start with Jorginho, N'Golo Kante, and Christian Pulisic. This midfield is what we're gonna talk about. And I think are we starting with February, right? February, we ended on you.
Give me a moment, okay?
No,
I'll
no.
be right back.
All right, I'll start with Shazam. Shazam, and then Shazam can start all over again.
So Jorginho, Kante, and Pulisic. that the three. I just know I love Jorginho.
Yeah.
I think he's pivotal to the team, Chelsea team, the heavy play.
Uh-huh.
I think we keep him. And this is my dilemma here because Kante's coming on.
Yeah.
And Pulisic, I'm not being too impressed with because he's too injury prone and he's not consistent enough. I think we keep Jorginho.
Yeah.
Can we keep Kante as well, or are we selling one and loaning one as well? Is it sell, loan, keep sort of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sell, keep, and loan.
Oh, this is hard, man. This is hard.
That's 3 players.
Right, I've made up my mind. Keep Jorginho for the experience, because he makes Chelsea midfield tick.
Yeah.
I would sell Kante because he's coming on. He's got a lot of injuries and stuff like that. He's been a very good signing for Chelsea, but I think it's maybe time for him to leave, which I hope doesn't happen. And for me, Pulisic needs to go out on loan because he's too injury prone. He's not consistent enough, and it's like I'm fed up seeing him like bad performances week in, week out. He's not improving as a Chelsea player. That's just my opinion, but I don't know what I'm intrigued to see what other people are going to say about this one because I want to see what their opinion on Pulisic is.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my opinion. That's me.
Hams, what do you think of these 3 players? I've had Shazam's version. I've had some Shazam's opinion, so let me hear yours.
Okay, I'll start with Jorginho.
Okay. 5.
Yeah, he's a key player. Yeah, he's his third place in Ballon d'Or. Well, I wasn't a fan of him earlier. I didn't know what he did. Now I understand he does something now, team. So yeah, I'll probably keep him. He might be useful. Kante, his legs are gone. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. The guy gets injured every time. He's still world class. I believe he's a world class player. Maybe not to the extent he was before. I still think he has some ability. So possibly, if there's someone available in the market, I'll buy someone to replace him. But because I like Kante, I'll keep him. And who's that guy? Pulisic.
Yeah.
Pulisic. I don't know about this guy. I'll probably loan him, but I have I prefer selling him, but because of his age, I want to loan him because he's weird play. He's just a moment's play. He just turns up whenever he wants. He's very inconsistent. He gets injured all the time. He hardly gets a breath in the pitch. He never gets match fit. So yeah, I'll probably loan him. Pulisic, yeah.
Okay. Kante sold. Want to start Kante, right? They want to start Kante.
Maybe, yeah. If there's any players available, maybe, yeah. It's a maybe.
You want to loan Christian Pulisic?
Yeah.
That one loan. And we're gonna move on to Javier Jerome. What do you make of these 3 players, Jerome?
I'll start with Pulisic. With Pulisic, right, I pretty much agree with Shazam. I agree with Shazam. I just think too injury prone, not consistent enough. You'll have a good 5-10 games, then he will go missing for 6 months because of injury. Then when he comes back, he'll be rubbish. Then he'll have a good spell again. It's just I'm leaning towards selling him. If you can get good, if someone offered like 50, 60, 70 million, just take it. Like if a good offer comes in, get rid of him. If a good offer doesn't come in, loan him out. But if a good offer comes in, then sell him.
Yeah, fair.
But moving on to
that's my opinion.
I'd keep Jorginho. I think even if he let's say he it doesn't start every game. I think he's quite important to the squad, and I think he will start. In a season, he will play about 35, 40 games, even if he loses his number 1 position. I think keep Jorginho.
Okay.
And what's it called? Jasmine, Caden, I'm on the phone. Chill. Sorry, my siblings are in my room.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm moving on to Kante. I'd sell him because I think since 2018, since probably the World Cup, he hasn't been the same player. Well, he has been the same player. When he plays and he's fit, he's world class. We know this. But the last time this guy, since the World Cup in 2018, which was what, three and a half years ago. For these last 3 years, he hasn't been fully fit. He's not consistent. He's not reliable anymore. I think he's just not. So I think if you get a decent amount of money for him, I'd sell Kante, sadly. Sad to say that. I think I would sell him. Time to replace him with a young player who's reliable and can be world class every game, like a Rodri or Fabinho and Rodri for Liverpool and City. They're world class most games. They're brilliant every game. They don't get injured. Reliable DMs. Or Kante's not really a DM. He's more of a box to box role, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
You're just midfielder.
I mean, you're talking about more. What your argument based on Kante is all about consistency.
Consistency and the fact he's never fit anymore. He just he's too injury prone. And I just don't think he's reliable anymore. We need reliable players if we want to go to the next level. And I love Kante. Sometimes he annoys me by getting injured a lot because it's frustrating because we know how good he is. We know he's world class when he's at his best and fit. But if he doesn't stay fit and don't play enough, what's the point,
Do you not think his decision making is kind of terrible as well? But when he's running with the ball and then he runs and passes it to a forward, it's like a simple pass.
100%. Yeah, do you know what? Can I just say, even when he was at his best under Conte when we won the league, I think his decision-making has never been the best. I think going forward, he's always been, when he's at his best, he's okay going forward, but he's never been, he's not the type of midfielder who's going to play a world-class pass and get you a goal. He's never been like that. So we don't expect, but the fact he's dropping off a little bit, his decision-making has been shocking at times. I agree with that, yeah. That's another reason to sell him, arguably, but yeah.
I agree with you too, Jerome. I agree with you. So you want them to sell. I mean, you want Kante to be sold, right? And then Christian Pulisic also either to be loaned
I think so.
And then everyone here is keeping Jorginho. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I have to say.
Fairboy, what do you think of these three players?
I would have loved to sell him because he's been injury prone.
Who?
Oh no. Relax. I'm not saying he's that bad. I'm saying
who? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Who would you like to sell? We did not hear. If you said something from the beginning, we did not hear you. All we heard was I would like to sell him. So I was like, who?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you heard me. Sorry.
No, we didn't.
I'm starting with Kante.
Okay.
I'm starting with Kante, right? Now, the problem with Kante isn't his form. Whenever he's fit, even if it is 30% fit, he still plays well. But he's injury prone. So with that, I kind of agree with Jerome. Okay. But the problem is that we don't have anybody in his mode. That's the problem. We don't have anybody in his mode. So that is why all the time we rely on him to help us solidify the defense and sometimes help to make our attack stick. Yes, he's not going to give you those Hollywood passes, but he's very efficient in what he does. But if I have the right player to replace him, then of course I'll sell him. And I feel like a player like Gallagher, for me, I still stand by that. Gallagher can replace him. If Gallagher can continue his performances that he gives to Crystal Palace and he comes back to our team, of course, he can be the one to replace him. So I think that for N'Golo Kante, we should wait. Let's see how things will pan out. I don't know for him. Jorginho, of course, he has to stay. He's proved to be efficient for us, so he has to stay. But Pulisic, a player with so much talent, so much ability. Hey, Pulisic. The problem is that Pulisic has not demonstrated the he had under Frank Lampard. Truth be told, that form that he had under Frank Lampard, that how do we call that? I've forgotten the name for that.
The
explosive. Yes.
Explosive. Okay.
That explosiveness. Yes. He's not doing that. I'm not saying that from him. What's going on? You see, the injury the injuries he's been suffering too, it is so shocking. Like, he cannot even jog to save his life. He jogs a little, he gets injured. So someone like him, I will sell him. I agree with Jerome. And anybody who makes a point like this, I will sell him straight away. N'Golo Kante, my decision on him is inconclusive. I'll just have to wait. But Jorginho stays. Pulisic is sold. That's mine.
All right. He will sell Jorginho. He wants Jorginho to stay. He will sell Christian Pulisic and then also keep N'Golo Kante for now. But this is my own perspective analysis on this specific midfielders. Chelsea did not sign Christian Pulisic just for football. You guys have to remember, Chelsea signed Christian Pulisic for the American market, and what Christian Pulisic brings to Chelsea Football Club in terms of finances wise, we have to put that in consideration. And also, injuries happen. No one will wish an injury on a footballer. No footballer wishes it goes on the pitch and get injured at all times. And we have to remember, anytime a player gets injured, it takes him quite a long time to get himself back to his full fitness. Although he'll be fit, he'll be running around on the training ground. It still takes some time. Let's put Hudson-Odoi as one of these players that have gone through I don't know what kind of injury, Achilles injury or whatever he went through. Honestly, Hudson-Odoi that we know before the injury, we haven't seen him taking a man on like he used to do anymore. We don't know what is going on with Hudson-Odoi. The same thing is going on with Christian Pulisic. So we have to look at this where we've seen these things happen to us in the past. De Bruyne, we let him go. Although he wanted to go, we made him go. We should have convinced him to let him stay. We would have a fantastic midfield and a fantastic right attacker, which is Mo Salah. We also let him go. Mourinho did not give him that guy too much time to play. I think he went back to AS Roma, and then Liverpool purchased a player. And look how fantastic he gives you nothing less than 25 goals a season. Fantastic buy from Liverpool. So we have to put these things in consideration very well. You don't have to you don't ignore your players and let them go and forget about them within a short period of time. He hasn't been in the club for that long, not even 3 years or 4 years. He's still young, 25 years or 24 years. He's still got a lot to learn. And we have to remember, coming from a different culture, different style of football to the English game is always going to be very difficult, just like Timo Werner. And I'm always trying not to repeat the same problem we have had in the past. So to me, in my perspective, I will always gonna keep Christian Pulisic. I'll keep N'Golo Kante for one more season. After the season, we have to sell him outright to whoever wants him, because you're still gonna get a lot of money for N'Golo Kante, only if he's not injured and he's playing well. You keep him for one more season and you sell him outright. You keep Jorginho. That is my perspective. What you guys all think? Anyone can just jump in with these three players that I've talked about.
How long are we going to give Christian Pulisic? But because are we giving him one more season or 2 more seasons?
I would say the least we can go will be 2 more seasons for Christian Pulisic before we can 2 more seasons okay. Before we can throw in the flag.
I'm not sure we need to wait for Christian Pulisic to adapt. How long has he stayed in the Premier League? He came into the Premier League after Sarri left. Mm-hmm. Yes, from Dortmund. He came into the Premier League after Sarri left, and Frank Lampard came and took over. Is that not so? So how many years now?
No. About 2 or Christian. 4 years? Sorry, I'm not going to cut you off, but fair boy. Christian has already adapted to the Premier League. He's going through series. He's going through a series of injuries. That is his problem now. He has adapted. Exactly. No, you said. You said how long? You said how long are we going to wait for Christian to adapt to the Premier League? And I said he's already adapted.
Exactly. So that's what I was alluding to. So if Christian Pulisic has adapted to the Premier League, then he should be putting up great performances for us. You see, he should be reliable. He should be available for selection. You understand? And the injury is preventing him. And interestingly too, we also play better without him too. So
I agree with
it's
that.
like he's not being useful for us. He's just there, making up the numbers. We need people who are efficient enough, who are ready to play for us. And if your injuries are not making you available, we didn't buy you to come and visit the doctor. We bought you to come and play, attack, score goals for us, help us win matches. That's why we bought you. So Christian Pulisic, if he cannot sort out his injury issues, I'm sorry, he has to leave the club. That's mine. He has to leave the club.
Yeah, but he can like change that about, but with Chelsea's doctor by not looking into that or making sure he's match fit and stuff, or before signing him, because Chelsea should have looked into his history. So I don't know.
Sorry, I've not long woken up.
Remember, I just said that he's still going. He is not just in the club in terms of just football. Chelsea signed him, marketization, finances. I mean, would I say that money also coming in from the American market? We have to think about all this before we really, put a conclusion on Christian Pulisic. It divides a lot of opinion.
I was about to say, I guess we're talking about Pulisic.
Can I interject into this real quick about Pulisic?
Yeah, go ahead.
I get what you mean. He will make us a bigger brand in the States. I agree with you 100%. But look at Chelsea in Africa. In about 20 years, our African fan base is gone from like very small to huge. Why? Because of players like Samuel Eto'o, John Obi Mikel, Michael Essien, Didier Drogba. These players, Solomon Kalou, I believe, he was from Ivory Coast. Yeah.
Yep.
Look at all these players. Most of them were brilliant players. Even Solomon Kalou was a great, reliable squad player most of the time. Even then, he started a lot of games. We can get
he started
players
quite a few.
We can get players like to help expand in other markets, but also get players who are good. Maybe we could sign like a Gio Reyna from Dortmund. I don't know, he's American. Like
I doubt
don't
we'll
know.
get
He's
him.
American.
Do we want cheerleaders? Do we want? Because I feel like if we're signing him for marketing purpose, he's a bit of a cheerleader, Like,
But this is what I get what you mean, Jerome. When you talk about the American market and then the African market, the globalization, the funds are growing. But remember, Chelsea Football Club doesn't get money from the African market because there's so much third party people are printing jerseys and selling them on the black market and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so
people
nothing.
make fake ones with all sorts of weird design, and then they'll sell them and get money.
So nothing is really coming back from Africa. But the whole, just like me, when I buy my jerseys, I'm going to the US Chelsea mega store. That's where I buy my merchandise and everything from. So if the money goes directly to Chelsea Football Club. Well, before I continue, let's say big up to I123 Love You, who said hello, needs Zion. And then also big up to our big brother DJ South, another long-term 7th friend. He has been a very wonderful friend for us. He says big up to Big Blue Clouds TV. And how are you, bro? I'm doing very well, brother. Thanks for asking. Big up to you, the panel as well. And then he came in also, he said Alonso Barkley to sell in January would look at the Pulisic situation in summer, not now. Well, I want him sold. Absolutely, like he said, he also want him sold, but then he's not in a panic mood. He's giving a little bit of time because, like I said, I understand what you guys are all saying, but my only thing is not to repeat what has happened in the past. So besides that, I agree. Yeah.
Because obviously I've not long woke up and you've just mentioned about Alonso and Barkley. Do you mind if I quickly jump in, given that we're talking about January window specifically?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so at the moment, it's a possibility Chilwell could still need surgery. Small, but a possibility. Okay?
Okay.
However, you keep Alonso till the summer, right?
Yeah.
In case Chilwell can't go, because otherwise, you're going to sell Alonso to get another left back, then that's your sole left back again, and you don't know how they're going to do it at your club.
Yeah.
Granted, they can't do much worse than Alonso. That's almost impossible.
I thought there was reports today about Everton going to be selling Dingy.
Yeah, Luca Dean. But what I'm saying is, even still, if you get Alonso out and get him in, he's still potentially, depending on Chilwell's situation, because Chilwell could re-injure himself, he could potentially still need surgery, even though it's looking positive at the moment.
Yeah.
he would then become the number one and only left back again, and we'll be in the same situation we're in now, just with a different left back.
Yeah, but I think it's much more of an upgrade than Alonso, to be honest.
Right, but you still don't want just one left back, is what I'm saying. That's why I would get rid of Alonso in the summer and not in January.
Well, if you guys look at the chat, DJ Salve just brought a couple players up. He says, I don't know if I'm saying the name right. You guys can help me out over here. It says Digna or
Luka Dean. That's who we were just talking about.
Oh, Lucadina. Okay, Lucadina, and then there's another one also. He says Hendens, whatever.
Hernandez, Theo.
Hernandez.
Yeah.
So it looks like these two players left back position will be more secured after if we let Alonso go, we'll be much more secured in those positions, which is much more a plus to us. Who's on the board when we're talking about these midfielders? Who was on when we're talking about this? I think everybody have this. Did everybody talk about the Jorginho, N'Golo Kante, and Christian Pulisic?
It was just
Does Steven to comment on that?
Yeah, Steven just did.
Okay.
Steven,
Can I just say about? Can I just say? Oh, go on, Steve. I was going to say one thing. I was just going to say I've heard rumors from a few people on Discord today about I don't know if they hold any weight, but about Reuben Neves coming in from Wolves. I don't know how much weight these rumors hold, but
that's King of Chelsea that's been putting that.
Oh, yeah,
that's fake. That's fake.
Oh, it's King of Chelsea. Oh, it's King of Chelsea. Okay, never mind. Okay,
that's fake. Yeah, that's fake.
Yeah,
that's fake.
We move.
We move on.
You know how old Reuben Neves is. You know how old he is.
24.
27.
No, he's
24.
Reuben Neves is 24. No way, he should be more than 24.
I thought he was like 26.
No, seriously, he looks about 30, but he's literally only 23, 24. He's really young.
Oh, really? Is it because of his long hair? He's young.
He's
24.
He's 24. He's 24.
Yeah,
he's really.
He is. I literally just looked. Yeah, he's 24.
Oh, I got it right. I do my stuff, Steve.
Guys, let me bring this up a little bit so we don't get confused. Did you have
connection fan? I think it might be Quesi's. I'm not sure though.
No, I'm not really talking about the connection right now. But if you have any connection problem, you can sort yourself out. But what I was trying to say is, I don't want the stream to get confused. The content on the stream today is players that we're gonna keep, we're gonna sell, or go on loan. I know DJ Salve is talking about some player like in Matson bringing back in January as a cover too, which is also much more important for us to know. But I don't want us to get disconnected from the whole thing. It's keep, sell, and loan. And Matson's also very good coming in, but I don't know. I'm not sure about January if he's coming in January, and it's also good for us to talk about it. DJ Salve, thank you very much. So we're moving on to Mateo Kovacic. These three players, we're gonna talk about these three players: Mateo Kovacic, Mason Mount, and Hakim Ziyech. Let me know. Let's do this real quick. I'm starting from the button because I finished with Fairboy, so I'm starting from the button, which will be Steven. Steven, tell me, Mateo Kovacic, Mason Mount, Hakim Ziyech. Mateo Kovacic has appeared. His appearance is 10 appearances, I think, in the Prem. 10 appearances in the Prem, 1 goal, 5 assists. Very good statistics over there. Mason Mount appearances is 15 goals, 7 assists, 4. Hakim Ziyech appearances are 10 goals scored, 1 assist, 2. Tell me these three players.
Okay, so Kovacic, I would keep. I think he can. Whether he's a starter or a depth player, it don't matter. Like, he'll always come in and do a job regardless.
Right.
Mount, keep, because I mean he's definitely gone up this season. Like, I loved Mount last season, but he's definitely taken a step up this season. He's already nearly matching his goal. I think he's actually matched his goals, but he's like one off of his best assists in the Premier League already.
Oh wow!
Clearly, there's been a step up.
I disagree with that, to be honest. I get what you're saying about Mount. I agree, keep Mount, but I disagree. I think he was actually, despite what the stats would say, I think Mount.
I'm not all for stats. I'm just saying because of
I agree.
stats.
Yeah. I think Mount was better last season, though. I think Mount's form last season, he still hasn't matched it. I think his best form was last season, because you take away the goals and assists, Mount's dribbling last season, his creativity, everything was
I
better
think
and more.
he's getting there though. I think he's getting there because don't forget he's coming off of being out for a long time.
Yeah, he was fatigued. I think he was fatigued. He's getting back up to pace, I hope now. Hopefully. Yeah.
He was fatigued, and then he had the infection through the dental surgery.
Yeah. Sorry for cutting you off, by the way. I just wanted to say because
No worries.
yeah.
So, Steven, you're keeping all three. Okay, all three, right?
No. Ziyech out because of not. This isn't agenda. I've spoke to you about us not having agendas when we're talking about this.
Yeah, definitely. We already said that from the beginning.
This is pure. Yeah, this is purely based on Chelsea trying to build a young team that can grow together for the future, right?
Absolutely.
Ziyech is one of the older players. Kovacic is an exception, right?
Right.
Ziyech, I would get out. Hopefully, we can replace him with someone younger that can bring better. To be honest, because even if they bring the same, if they're young, they can still improve. Like I'm not saying Ziyech can't, but age-wise, I would rather get someone younger in and get him out. But yeah, the other two, Mount and Kovacic, I would keep.
I agree with you on Hakim Ziyech. It looks like his work rate is very low without the ball, so it's also another problem to the team, because as high line that we put in and our intensity, if we don't have all 11 players playing to a certain level over 100%, it's always gonna fall back on us. So yeah, the intensity. I agree. To me,
yeah, the system requires the forward players to press and initiate the press so that we can get the pressure on early.
Yeah, so with me, I would think that you're on point with Ziyech. Whatever you want to do with Ziyech, you can do him. But I would never prefer a loan for Ziyech. You will not get your money back. It's better for you to sell Leon. So what do you think, Shazam? Kovacic, Mason Mount, and Hakim Ziyech.
Hakim Ziyech, cheerio, bye-bye. It has been improving, but for me, he's not good enough. Not good enough at all. He was okay against Man United, but he can't keep up the consistent performances which we need from a Chelsea player. Kovacic, I feel like we've missed Kovacic ever since his injury. I feel like he brings a lot to the team with his passing, setting up that Lukaku goal. I feel like he can cut open a defence with some through balls that he normally does.
Yeah.
And then Mason Mount. This is the thing.
Wow.
Mount.
Wow.
Let him talk. Guys, allow him. Allow Shazam. Allow Shazam. Shazam, go for it.
Mount really frustrates me. I don't know. He just frustrates me when he gets in good scoring positions. He can't. I know he scored like 7 goals this season, but last couple of seasons, I get very, very frustrated. Very, very frustrated with him. I don't know. I think. Do I sell him? Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm selling Mount, keeping Kova, and selling Ziyech. There we go, sorted.
Wow.
There you go.
I think
He's keeping. Hey. Shazam has said this. He said he's keeping Mason Mount and Kovacic and.
No, he said he's getting rid of Mount and getting rid of Ziyech and keeping Kovacic.
Oh well, there you go. That's his opinion. It's accepted. He's
Can I interject on this? Can I interject? I think it was my turn anyway because I'm the only one. But I think I'd keep Kovacic is very reliable. He's Mr. Reliable. I'd keep him. I'm a big fan of Kova. I've said this before. Ziyech, I think it's best maybe that he goes because I think he'd do better in another club. I think to unlock his potential and get back to his best form, I think he'd be better in another club. I don't think we'd suit him, maybe. And I think I love Mount, but he does frustrate me as well at times. Either Hams will back me up on this. Hams, remember a few weeks ago before Mount scored a few goals, I was ripping into him at times, and really frustrating me. He frustrates me. He really frustrates me, Mount does, because I think Shazam is right in a way. His finishing at times, it's awful. Some of the chances he's not scoring, I'm like, you've got to put them away. it's terrible. Like I'd keep Mount because obviously he's maybe he's a bit biased. I'd definitely keep him for a bit longer. He deserves maybe a bit longer, but he has got to improve his finishing and his decision making in general in the final third is horrific at times. I think if he wants to get become a top player and become like a permanent fixture at Chelsea, he's got to improve that. But he's very frustrating at times. I agree with that, but I'd keep him.
Can I ask a question when everybody's finished?
Sure.
I'll ask one to you as well.
It's you guys' channel. It's you guys' channel. I'm just here to control affairs. You guys also don't forget to like the video once we're done with the channel or anything. Just like the video.
No, let Hams go. Let Hams go, and then for your boy, and then I'm gonna ask a question.
Is Hamza already gone? I think Hamza's already gone.
No, Hamza's not gone.
He hasn't.
He hasn't.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'll answer it.
Okay, go ahead.
Hakim Ziyech, I'm gonna have to sell him, even though the reason is he's not suitable for our system because we'll play back three and he's our position. Yeah, he's improving, but if we played a back four, I'll probably keep him. But since we're playing a back three, I'm gonna have to sell him. And he Mason Mount. This season I've not been impressed. Although I respect his goals and stuff, but I prefer the Mount from last season where he's been more better. I guess. But at times he's frustrating. His finishing, his decision making. Same with the other attackers is horrible. So yeah, I have to keep Mount based on he's young and he might bring something a few years later. But I'm gonna have to keep him. Who's the other one? Mateo
Kovacic.
Oh, world class. Unbelievable player, underrated. I love what he does at team. I like when he drives the ball to drive the ball, and he's so reliable in our team. So, 100% keep, 100%, without a doubt, keep.
Everybody have had to say, right? Shazam said he wants to ask a question.
No,
Kwesi hasn't said.
Oh, fair boy. Okay.
And then there's a couple of things each of us want to say, I think.
Do you know how we call Kovacic here in Ghana? We call him the Adabraka Rats.
What does it mean? He sneaks in and out, right?
Yes, so press resistant. So we like him so much. He's a very good player. So obviously he's the one who stays.
Great.
I'll keep. I know it will be a controversy, but I'll keep Ziyech.
Okay.
The reason why I'll keep Ziyech is the shape that we play. Okay. Amongst the three players that play up front, he's the most creative one. The rest of them are all players who like to attack the space.
So I think you keep that in a back four system, not in this one, not in this system.
Well, I think it doesn't matter the system. It depends on the instructions of the coach.
Well, fair boy, I'm not going to cut you off right now. What we're talking about is just stay. We're talking about players that can stay, loan, and sell. That's all. We're not implementing formation wise. No, we're basing on the style of formation that we are playing right now. So let's not confuse ourselves.
So as I'm saying, the reason why we can keep Ziyech because we don't have players like him. And to be fair, let's admit this: our attack is very young, so we need experience to guide them, right? But I understand the frustrations of many Chelsea fans. The problem is Ziyech has not lived up to the hype he came with. That is the problem, because the way he's the older guy when it comes to the attacking head, when it comes to creativity, he should be the one commanding the players where they should be standing so that he could find them. But I think if you can get someone of his caliber in the market and bring him in, we need experience in our attack. So if you can get someone of his caliber in, then I think it would be fair to sell him. But for me, I will keep him for now. Mason Mount too should be kept. A lot of us are talking about his decision making and other things. Come on, let's be fair. Mason Mount has been our most consistent player.
Yeah, of course.
He has been our most consistent player from last season to this season. He has shown that he's consistent. Of course, his decision making, he's not the only one we can blame. The rest of our attacking players don't know how to shoot. They can't score. All of them are out of.
You're forgetting someone though. Bro, you're forgetting the what's it called? Didier Drogba's German son. You're forgetting him.
Didier Drogba.
But that's what he's saying. Less
Okay, he
about
went
other
after him.
people's decision making, though.
No, I'm
Because-
saying Kai Havertz. I think Kai Havertz, when he's on form, is a more reliable and better player than Mount. I think Havertz is underrated. Anyway, I won't get into that. But that's just a.
I
Sorry,
agree,
bro.
but yeah, I agree, but no problem. But the reason why I'm talking about why we can keep Mount is how old is Mount? He's 23. He's very, very young.
22, I believe.
I think he's
22.
literally 22, my age.
Yeah,
like.
he turned 23. He turns
Alright.
23 next month, though, so you're pretty close.
Yeah, so the point is he's young.
Yeah.
So I feel like even though he has certain areas in his game where he needs to work on, because he's young, he can improve on it. So he stays. So for me, the three players we just mentioned, Hakim Ziyech, Kovacic, and Mount, they all could stay. They all should stay.
All right. Fairboy said all three players need to stay. He agreed with he wants to see Hakim Ziyech staying, Mason Mount and Matthew Kovacic all should stay. Now, before we move on to the next players, I want to know whoever has anything want to say according to these three players. And I'm gonna start from Shazam. He said it first. From Shazam, we go to Steven, and I think Jerome. I don't know if Jerome and Hams Monster wants to have anything to say. And
About what?
No, I
About-
just think
anything
Mount-
question or anything. Yeah, go ahead, Shazam.
Nah, go on, Shazam. Go on, Shazam.
For me, I think Mount always wants the glory. He doesn't want to play out like for the team. Like for me, when he has an opportunity to pass the ball, he shoots and wants to score the goal to get the winner or something like that. That's what frustrates me the most about Mount. Like, have you ever noticed as well that once he got taken out the team, when he got taken out the team, he played better?
Mhm.
Like, do you not agree with that? Like, that's what I look at anyway.
So
I don't know.
he's like a moments player now.
So you say Mount is a bit selfish, and he will always want to play for himself and take the glory.
Yeah, he wants the glory.
But then-
Yeah.
But then you say that, yeah. But then we were struggling against Man City, yeah. Mount was coming back from being out. He comes on and straight away we're creating chance.
Against Man City.
Yeah. He came
No.
on straight away. He done a flick which got us near enough, like right on the edge of the box.
No, I disagree with that one. Man City.
It's true. We were struggling all game in terms of creating chances, yeah. And he came on, flick inside, and then we're basically at the penalty area.
No.
From what you guys have said, this is my little submission. I'm gonna add to what everybody just said. You know, and I agree a lot with my brother up there, Fairboy, concerning Hakim Ziyech's situation. Our team lack a lot of creativity. Timo Werner cannot create on the left hand side. Hudson-Odoi cannot create either. And I've seen series of times that there's no one who has the capability to break into the 18-yard box, but Hakim Ziyech can do it. And also with Mason Mount. The reason why I think Mason Mount always like to go for the glory, because no one is trying to do anything. There's no effort coming from any of these players. So this guy, this young lad, takes that responsibility to himself to strike a ball from 45 yard, and then also in the 18. You know, so let's also see that in that way, that it's not that he's trying to be a bit selfish. He just want to take responsibility. Let's take the selfish away and use the word responsibility. That is how I see from our little brother Mason Mount. Hakim Ziyech, to him, besides the work rate, without the ball, he's not effective. But with the ball, he is our only creative player if we don't have Eden Hazard. I don't see any other creativity up front. Hudson-Odoi, and then what's his name? Timo Werner. Those two are not creative for me. Just direct players, but they're not creative. If you talk about flick, if you watch the Everton game, some nice flick on the left hand side. This year, Hakim Ziyech was involved in those flicks, and then it almost results into a goal, but they just fumble it. So yeah, I agree with the three players to stay at the football club. Now we're gonna move on to number 29, Kai Havertz, who has had 14 appearances, 2 goals, and 1 assist. Then we move on to Reuben Loftus-Cheek, English international, and then his fellow compatriot, which is a German international, Reuben has had 12 appearances, 0 goals and 2 assists. It's not bad for Reuben. And then we have Saul Chicken Nugget. 5 appearances, 0 goals, 0 assists. Take it over.
I'd rather McDonald's.
Fair boy.
I'd rather McDonald's chicken nuggets, man. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell.
I'd rather McTominay over him, man. I'm
Do you
being
know
honest.
what?
Oh, big up to you, my brother over here. Q&A. He said, big up people please, big up DJ Sav. Big up to you, Q&A. Okay, I'm gonna start. I ended with Fairboy, so I'm gonna start with Fairboy and then come down again. Fairboy, there's 3 players. What's your take on these players? Kai Havertz, Reuben, and Saul Chicken Nugget.
Oh God.
I think Fairboy's not ready. I'll go to Jerome. Jerome, what's your take on these 3 players?
Oh.
Fairboy, I'll come back to you. You miss your 10.
I would go. From what I've seen of Sal, I don't want to rip him down as a player, but it's horrific. Like, he can barely pass a football, so I think he's got to go next month. Back on the next plane back to Madrid, I'm afraid.
Loan or go back to where he's coming from.
Loan, terminate the loan early. Pay $1 million if you have to. Get him out the squad. I'm not going to talk about Saul anymore. The other 2 players are Reuben and Havertz. Okay, Reuben, I'd give him some more game time, see how he does this season. I don't think you can't definitively say whether we should sell or keep him yet. It's too early to say. We don't know how good he's going to be. I'd keep him. Good squad player to have at the very least, maybe. Keep Reuben, good dribbler. He's strong, tall, quick, great physique. We'll see. And Kai Havertz is one of my favourite players. I generally think without Kai Havertz, our attack is nothing. Kai Havertz is the glue to our attack. Seriously, his link-up play, his off-the-ball work, the way our attack the most fluid attack we have is with him in. Like, I honestly, I don't want to. I'm gonna say this because it winds Hams up, right? Havertz reminds me of Drogba a little bit. In the way, like, Drogba, he didn't score. Drogba, he did have some. He would score a lot of goals at times, but sometimes when Drogba wouldn't score, the way Drogba would tie the attack up, link up the attack, and the way Lampard would run in behind because of the way he would hold up the ball. Right. Havertz is turning into that. The way Havertz pins down the defenders. Havertz reminds me a lot of Drogba. I'm not saying he's going to be as good. Obviously, that's ridiculous, but Havertz is a glue to our attack, and I'd 100% keep. He's our best player. He's one of our best players, Havertz. I have so much faith in him. I think he's the glue. I love the guy, but yeah.
Fair boy. Jerome said keep Havertz. He's not so sure. It looked like he's not so sure about Reuben, but he still wants to give him a chance. But then he wants us to sell Saul into slavery. I understand. I know how he feels because I felt that from Jerome's voice yesterday, and it was horrible. If you have to do a review, so I know. I agree with Jerome. Put Saul into slavery, sell him to the Egyptian merchant, and probably can make some money off him. Fair boy, you're 10. Fair boy, take it over.
Pardon me.
What do you make of these 3 players? Kai Havertz, Reuben Loftus-Cheek, and then also Saul Chicken Nugget.
The situation is just funny. Before we signed him on loan.
Everyone was happy.
For 2 years.
Yeah.
Nizayon, 2 years. Saul wasn't playing so well. But we were deceiving ourselves to feel like Saul was the same player that we knew him when he was so young. So we are not surprised with this sort of performances. So, of course, I'm not going to talk a lot about him. But I'll talk about Reuben. Yes, of course, Reuben will stay. But I feel that the reason why Reuben is not that adventurous as he was is because of his position, where he's playing. I feel like if he's playing as an 8/10, he'll be more dangerous. He can score lots of goals for us.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were stiff. So
me?
Reuben will stay. Yes, Reuben should stay. Yes,
Okay.
he's not going anywhere. Now, Kai Havertz, he's been a fantastic player for us. In fact, he's handled the false nine role for us so well. His physicality, I love that.
Okay.
He's an asset. And why should we sell him? He's a very important asset. Now, the way Kai Havertz was,
Yeah.
if Kai Havertz was played a little deeper, like the Hakim Ziyech role, I wouldn't have minded if Hakim Ziyech was sold. Because he's, apart from Hakim Ziyech, he's the next person who could create. But because of his position as the false nine, so Kai Havertz is not going anywhere. He's here to stay. And I hope he keeps on improving. He's a very intelligent footballer. That's what I like about him. He doesn't run a lot. But what he could do for us in the final third, dragging players out of position to create space for the attackers to score, that makes him an important asset. So, of course, Saul, we know that he's going back to his parents' club.
Yeah.
Yaboka. But Loftus-Cheek and Havertz, they stay for us. They stay.
Why do you think you've lost money in terms of Saul returning back to his parent club?
No, Saul is on loan, so I'm not sure we have the right to sell him or
No, we can't sell him. We just have to terminate the contract by summer. We're not even terminating the contract. The contract comes to an end by summer. We're not terminating nothing. It's just come to an end.
Yes, by the summer. Yes.
Okay. So you're done with the submission. I'm gonna go to Hamsmaster. Hamsmaster, what do you make of these three players? Kai Havertz, Reuben Loftus-Cheek, and then Saul Chicken Nugget.
Yeah, first I want to start with Saul Chicken Nuggets, or Saul the butt crack in our team. I'll get him out now. I'm tired of him. He can't adapt to the Premier League. He's finished. He's finished. He needs to go back to Sugar Daddy Diego Simeone and play this stubborn rubbish football. So that's where he should be. So I'm so out. I'm not impressed with him. As for Loftus-Cheek, he can still do something, but he's just playing in the wrong position. I prefer him more offensive than in the pivot because he has to do a defending as well, where he's weak at. He's not the best at, he's stiff at defending.
Yeah.
He's a bit, out there. Yeah, he's still learning. But I mean, he's 25. He should be there, but he needs more. Needs to improve and be more in more time in the club. So he'll probably be a squad player. So I'll keep him. And who's the other one?
Kai Havertz.
Who's the other one? Kai Havertz.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely keep. Although last season he didn't get many goals, but he had good moments in the false nine, Champions League final goal. Yeah, I'll keep him because of his age and he's got a lot more higher ceiling potential. So, yeah, of course I'll keep him. Is whether he can, improve in terms of getting us goals, getting us, improving a lot in the Premier League. Yeah, he just needs to deliver in terms of that. But other than that, his work rate, he's good off the ball, on the ball, he's phenomenal. So yeah, definitely I'll keep him.
Almighty Blues FC. I'll come back to you. I think it's Shazam Stain, right? Yeah. I'll come back to you, Shazam. Let me read a little bit of the comment from Almighty Blues FC. Big up to you, brother. He said, Saul finally had a better performance. I actually would like to see him play in a couple days time in front of the double pivot. That is someone else's opinion. He said, sorry, I hear that Saul has been bad, but we are judging him on very few performances. That's too not consistent playing in his natural position. What do you make of that, Hamster? From the comment from the comment from I know you guys are keeping track of the comments. From all the comments.
I think when you go, Hams.
Hold on, Shazam. Let's give that. What do you make of that comment from Almighty Blues?
The thing is about Saul, even Atletico Madrid for the past 3 years, he's done nothing. So even if you can't do nothing in the past 3 years with La Liga, then how can I expect him to do something in the Premier League? It's a different sort of environment.
Right.
The thing is, he has to adapt to an extent. But then again, this is not like a permanent signing. He's here for temporary, whether we want to buy this clown or not, buy him or buy our clothes or keep him.
Yeah.
For me, he's finished. I would never keep. I would not keep him. The way I see him play, he can't even pass the ball. First off, he just doesn't suit the way we play. He's not going to get that much game time for the players we have in the midfield. So definitely get rid of him. Definitely no. Anyways, yeah, that's it.
So Shazam, go for it. What do you make of these three players?
So not good enough. Can't adapt to the Premier League. Needs to go back to Spain. Reuben Loftus-Cheek. I really like Reuben Loftus-Cheek. I think Fairboy made a really good point playing in the 8. I think if he could get more goals playing in the 8, but when he's carrying the ball, every time he's on the ball, I feel like he slows down the play. Like he's not like giving and goal and stuff like that. But I would keep him. And then Havertz, as everybody said, very, very top class player. The link up play, the movement, the goals. I think next season I'm expecting more from him again next season. But yeah. So I'm sorry, but I think you need to go back to Spain. The Premier League's too fast for you.
Well, Saul Nugget, Chicken Nugget, the whole entire crew said you need to go back to Spain. Go back to Spain. Probably you can do some something different from there. So yeah, we're gonna go back to we have our next players that we're gonna deal with. I'm gonna start with Shazam from the button. Shazam, Ross Barkley,
Yeah.
number 18. He's English international appearance, 5 goals, 0 assists, 0. And then Javier, probably this guy. I'm not even gonna talk about this guy. Just like it doesn't exist. Timo Werner, number 11. Number 11, German international, has appearances 9 goals, 1 assist, 1. Then I'll talk about those 2. The next one will be 2. I don't want to talk about just 1. So I have these 2.
Barkley and Werner. Okay.
Yeah. Barkley and Werner.
Barkley, I think, not good enough for Chelsea. Needs to be sold to get money from back from him that we made 40. Was it 40 million we paid for? How much did we buy him from Everton? 40 million? 35? 40 million?
50 million.
50 million.
From Everton, yeah.
50 million? Oh my. I would sell him. Not good enough.
I swear it was 15. I was thinking it's 15.
Yeah,
Whatever.
15. I said 15.
brother.
I said 15
Yeah,
million.
15.
15, yeah. 1-5.
Okay.
So sell Barkley. Sell Barkley. I don't think he's Chelsea quality. Don't think he adds much to Chelsea. Only gets cup games, which fair enough to get some game time. But for me, sell him. And then Timo Werner. Oh, this. I don't know, man. I'm split between keeping and loaning. One keep him because his pace and he can split like the defense and like make good runs. But then when he's through and goal, he's like he feel like he's scared to like make runs and like score easy tap ins. So if we could get another striker better than Werner, I would sell him. I would take that Vlahovic if we could get him, but that's for another discussion. But I would sell Werner and I would sell Barkley.
Great. He will sell Werner. He will sell Barkley. To him, Shazam said he's gonna sell both. Let's take it to Hamas Master. What do you make of these 2 players? Who you selling? Who you keeping? Who you loaning?
First off, I'm gonna start with this English Brexit guy, Ross Barkley. Let's talk about him. Get rid of him. It's long overdue. I can't believe he's still here. There's a lot of deadwood in our club. He's not Chelsea quality. He's a horrible player. Like in the what was the Burnley game, he did some good stuff, but when it comes to his finishing, he holds on the ball too long, man. It's for once in my life, I've in right now. I never thought I would hear his name in the team sheet under Thomas Tuchel. So yeah, I'll have to sell him. He's not good enough. Um, Timo Werner, I thought like first season, I wasn't really in tune, like get the feeling that he would do something.
Yeah.
But I've seen some big things like he contributes, getting assists and stuff like that. But his finishing is woeful. He's awful. He can't finish. He's not good in the final third. He can't dribble. He can't take on a man. Um, he can just create space and drags defender out of positions. The thing is, I just want goals from him, and he just needs to work on his finishing. But at the moment, if you can find a better striker than him, I'll probably sell him. So I'll sell both of them. I'll sell both of them.
Wow, this is getting tough. Getting tough. I had two of my panel members that want to sell both players. Let's see what Fairboy have to say. Maybe Fairboy will go in a different direction. Fairboy, what do you think of these two players?
Exactly. He should be sold. For that one day, we all agree that he should be sold. He's not a Chelsea material.
Who?
Timo Werner.
Yeah.
Barkley, he should be sold. Timo Werner.
He should be sacrificed.
Timo Werner. Look, it's tough. It's really, really tough. But I think there are better strikers than him. Better strikers with his profile than him. I can mention a lot of them. So Timo Werner, yeah, we can take him out. Like we can sell him too.
All right.
These two players, we can sell them.
Third person who wants to sell both players is getting ridiculous. It is getting ridiculous. But I agree. I'm being the fourth person who believe that all those two players need to be sold outright. So yeah, we're gonna move on to these last two players. The last two players are Callum Hudson-Odoi, and who has appeared 9 times and goals, has got 1 goal, no assist. And then our big Romelu Lukaku, the guy that trips over a soccer ball every time he goes on attack. His appearance, 11 appearances, 3 goals in the Prem, and then had 0 assists. And I'm starting from who just ended. Is it Fairboy, right? Fairboy.
Fairboy, yeah.
Take these two players up. What do you think?
It's not doing. I'll keep him based on the fact that, of course, he's been a victim of circumstances.
Yeah.
From last season, he was playing out of position. They played him on the right-hand side as a wing back, so he had defensive responsibilities too. So it has, I should say, stunted his progression a bit, right? It is this season that Thomas Tuchel is using him on the left-hand side. So we know that his decision-making and his finishing ability isn't quite there yet. But as we say, he has age on the side. He's young. So he would improve on that. For that reason, there is no need for us to sell him. Lukaku, I thought he was a very good buy, but from the way things looked this season, it looks like we've wasted some money. But I think we've already bought him, and I feel like Lukaku has not been used rightly. For me personally, Lukaku has not been used rightly. So it would be fair to keep him. And see what the manager can do about how he can finish the chances. Because I feel like Lukaku being given the task to help in the build-up is a waste of his talents. What he can do very well is to tap in goals for us. That's what we are missing. We want him to tap in. I don't care whether you call him a tapping merchant, but that's what we want him to do. So if Thomas Tuchel can change the way we play with Lukaku and get the results out of him, of course, I'll rather keep him. I'll rather let him stay. So Callum Hudson-Odoi, Lukaku, these two should stay.
All right. Fairboy said those two players to stay, which is Callum Hudson-Odoi and Romelu Lukaku, the Belgian bully. What do you think, Hams Master? Are you keeping those two players?
To be honest, about Callum Hudson-Odoi, he frustrates me. I know he's young. He's got he's got maybe he has some potential with him. But the thing is, we should have accepted the Bayern Munich offer that they offer for Callum Hudson-Odoi. I believe that offer would have been a better career for him rather than staying with us. But right now he's playing off position. He's playing either right wing back. He's playing he's playing all around. He's like a Saka. So he needs to stick to the left hand side. But when I see him in the pitch, he's something else. So for me, I'll probably loan him. I'll loan Callum Hudson-Odoi because he's not going to play in his position more often. So maybe if we loan him to another club, he might play more and in his position. So probably loan Odoi, and I would sell. Well, who's the other player? Odoi. Lukaku.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not been impressed with him. I thought he's going to be a major boost in our squad in terms of pulling the ball in the back of the net. As he started off pretty good, and then he became like a lamppost in front of goal. The system doesn't work around him. He doesn't get enough service, and it looks all over the place. For me, with Lukaku, I think I have to give him more time for the benefit of doubt, even though he's like a 97 million pound striker. Us Chelsea fans might not have the patience because of that his price tag. So yeah, I'm gonna have to keep him just to be fair and biased. So I'll keep Lukaku.
That's great. He said he will keep Romelu Lukaku. That's great from my brother here. But then he will sell Hudson-Odoi. That's what he said, right?
I'll be alone Odoi, yeah.
Great. So let's see what
Shazam, yeah.
Shazam.
Shazam. What's your take on?
Right, this is my take on Callum Hudson-Odoi. As Fairboy alluded to, I think if Callum Hudson-Odoi can stay injury free and keep up, if he can stay on the left wing instead of Pulisic and stays in the team a bit more, I would keep him. I know he's a bit frustrating with his can't dribble past the first man and stuff, but I think he's got the talent there to produce. Because I don't want the same mistake as you alluded to previously about Salah and De Bruyne and stuff like that. So we keep him doing this. So I think potentially he has the potential. I think he's got a high ceiling. Yeah. I think he's setting back with the Achilles injury that he had last year. So I think we'll keep him. And then Lukaku. Spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
For me, it doesn't fit our system. I don't know. I feel like, as Fairboy alluded to again, I think it needs to be a tapping merchant. I know that sounds to say that really bad to say that as a Chelsea fan, but for me, when he was over in Italy, Martinez was doing a lot of the work for him to score goals. So, is that something that Tuchel will need to maybe look back on film and see how Inter Milan got the best out of him? Because I don't think Chelsea are going to play to his strengths.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Inter Milan were playing through the midfield, and then Martinez was taking on players and then putting it on a plate for Lukaku to score. So, is that something that Tuchel will need to review and look at when he was at Inter Milan? I don't know. That's a question for Tuchel. But that's my take. We need to keep him. We can't sell a 97 million striker after we've just signed him last year. So yeah, I would keep both.
Great. Keeping both players. I mean, Callum Hudson-Odoi has a lot of future ahead of him. He's got lots of which if he found the right the right manager that can give him tell him what to do and help him out, he'll be a great talent in future. So he's a player that we still want to keep. Remember Lukaku, we spent a lot of money on him. There's no way we can let him go. We can sell him, and if someone wants to buy him, we're never and ever gonna get 90 million back, 100 million back from Lukaku. So I agree with what all you guys said. Those two deserve to stay at the club for a period of time. And I know, is there anyone who want to add anything to this stream? I mean, from keeping players, or do you have anything you want to add to it? You can right on board.
I just want to ask, like, do you think Cho will get a consistent amount of games under Tuchel on the left wing side, or do you think Pulisic will be in more than Cho?
I think from the way things are looking and things are shaping, Calamus Nodor will get more consistent amount of time on the left hand side, and Christian Pulisic probably will be on the right hand side. But yeah, if Christian Pulisic doesn't go anymore, doesn't have any more injury, then it looks like that's yeah.
What?
Fairboy, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Shazam alluded to the fact that if Cho or Callum Hudson-Odoi stays injury free, he would perhaps show the form that he had when he was under Sarri.
Right.
And that is why I think Chelsea fans, we need to be we need to calm down. When Callum Hudson-Odoi was playing under Sarri, look at the number of goals he was scoring. Look at how he was taking on players. You understand? Until he had that Achilles injury. That Achilles injury, that ACL injury, usually if someone gets that injury, he's no longer himself.
That is right.
So sometimes we don't want to be like we knew the future, right? We didn't know that this is how Hudson-Odoi will become. Not able to finish his chances, not being decisive enough. Because when he burst onto the scene and that Maurizio Sarri was so good, okay, until his injury. So I think Bayern wanted to sign Odoi when he was nursing his injury. I think he was still out when he was injured, right?
Right.
So we need to be patient with him. He has the potential to be someone great. So for Hudson-Odoi, it is all patience. It will come. That's what I believe. It will come. That's what I have to say about
That's what annoyed me as well with Reuben Loftus-Cheek, because that stupid exhibition match should not have went ahead, because that's what I feel like ruptured Reuben Loftus-Cheek chances of like playing with Sarri better. I think he was playing amazing under Sarri, but then that stupid injury got over that exhibition match over in the United States.
Yeah,
he was out for a good couple of months, like more than 5 months, 6 months anyway.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like we need to be patient. I know it's hard to be patient with when you see Man City and Liverpool getting success, but it's hard to watch.
I understand it. Yeah, it is hard to watch. Shazam just said, Hams, you want to add something to it? Go ahead.
Yeah, about Kalamata, for the moment when I see him, at the moment I don't see anything special with him. He's like, I don't know what's the hype with this guy. I know he's young. He has potential. At the moment I see him, he looks like a very I don't know. He's a weird player. After when he gets over injury, he's like Reuben Loftus-Cheek. He's gone. He doesn't really take on a man. He's not himself. So if he plays, if he can be in a good form, plays good, and when he gets over his injury, maybe I'll keep him. But at the moment, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced by him. I'm not convinced.
That's right. It is. It's not really convincing player right now. As of now, I'm watching Fulham vs Sheffield United, the English League Championship. Yeah, so yeah, it's not really convincing, as Ham said. But I don't know. They still need a little bit of time. Romelu Lukaku needs some time. Calamus Nodoi needs some time, more time. for these players to really show what they are capable of doing. Did everybody get a chance to talk on these two players?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes, sir.
I want to say Shazam, Big Brother, Fairboy, Big Brother, and then Hamza Mastal, another Big Brother. I want to thank you all for coming on and spending time with me and on the channel. It means a lot to me. I want to tell you guys. So don't forget to, if you haven't checked on the channel, to like it or share it. Go back and then revisit the channel, like the video, and then share to every platform that you find yourself, so the channel can grow and grow and grow, and it keep growing every day. The more subs we get, more subs all the time. I'm very getting close to my 1,000 subscribers. I hope that once we get there, we all gonna benefit. And I hope that YouTube will start paying me some money so I can also stretch my hands to my panel members. Say, hey, this that. Shazam, where are you located? What's your location?
Scotland.
Oh, you're Scotland. Wow,
Yeah.
wow. And you're a Chelsea fan.
Yes.
You don't support Hearts of Melodian. Hearts of Melodian.
No, no. I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say that.
Aberdeen.
No, I thought you were going to say Celtic there for a second.
I was gonna say Rangers.
Rangers.
Yeah, I like Rangers. Yeah, I like Rangers. Yeah, Rangers and Chelsea, but no Celtic. No Celtic.
And what about Hearts? What about Hearts? Hearts of Melodian.
No. Rangers, man. Come on, Rangers all the way.
Okay.
Rangers.
You know why I like Hearts of Melodian? I have a legend who played for a local team, where I grew up from. There's a club called Hearts of Oak, and he played for that team. And then when he traveled to Scotland, he plays for Hearts of Melodian. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, he was a very good player, very very good player. That's why I was like, don't you like you don't support Hearts of Melodian? You're gonna ask me how did I know those? How did I know that team? Yeah, I know them. So yeah, I want to thank you guys all for coming on. You guys are amazing people. Now you guys have enjoyed the rest of your night. Chill, relax. I know you have 5 hours ahead of me, which should take you guys to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe almost 8 o'clock or a little after 8. Right, a little after 8, maybe almost 9 o'clock. Is it 8:47?
10 to 9. Yeah, 10 to 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so thank you.
8:47.
Hans Master, I've been on for quite a long time, even before the stream started, even before I was making the thumbnails and all that stuff. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Fairboy has given me one content we can create tomorrow. So let me know if you guys have any content that you think guys. Yeah, you can message it, forward it to me privately or in the chat. Probably if you put it in the chat, I might miss it because there's so much coming in the chat all the time. So if you have any content that you think we can talk about, or I can create and then we can talk about it, just send it to me directly, and then I'll.
Yeah.
If you have in the description, also description about the content, come with the content, the title of it, and then the description that comes with the content, and then send it to me. And I'll review it. And I'll put it up online, and we'll all talk about it.
Yeah, sometimes it's not good to put in a group chat because you're there's so many messages bombarding by Steven or whoever. That's really,
Yeah, there's so many. Steve will put a whole lot in there, and I have to be going through them because I get more information from what Steve's put out there. So yeah, I have to.
Yeah, I don't need to watch ESPN. I don't need to download football apps.
No. Steven, you got Steven. Steven is your ESPN or how do you call it, the Daily News or
Daily
whatever
News on
time.
Twitter.
Yeah, and Daily News. Steve will give you all the information that you need, so don't worry about going anywhere. He got tier 1 journalists and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, amazing guy. Yeah, he looks like he's tired, so probably he went back to sleep. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see you guys again. Sajam, be active, get more consistent. Be more consistent over here. Let me know your schedule so I can work towards your time for you, Sajam. Okay.
What you normally do it at 7, don't you? The show, my time. You normally do it at 7 my time, don't you? 7
Yeah.
PM?
Yeah, sometimes 7 p.m. and also we do 3 p.m. That would be 9.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so those times. Well, anything when I message you guys in your app, you can just, if you're not,
Yeah.
if you're busy, it's all I said. I'll be fine.
Yeah,
it is the fun channel.
Work.
It is
Yeah.
created. It is created for the fans. So I think this time really works for you. This time, does this?
Yeah,
specific
7 o'clock, 7, half 7 is a good time normally for me.
Okay, I'll try and see if I can be streaming more streaming on this specific time to always get you guys bored. But it's also not good for other guys that are 12 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
it's very
That's true.
difficult.
Yeah,
Very
Gilmore.
Gilmore. Very very.
Yeah,
But we'll try. I've been trying to see if I can get 2 streams a day. It's very difficult to do that, but if not, I'll try because making the thumbnails and creating the stream, the description of the
Yeah.
stream, and hashtags and all that kind of stuff is not easy. And then when I come in here, there's so much goes into the computer. Information that is scrolling. When you go on YouTube right now, you see the information that is growing down there. I have to be editing those all the time, and then turn the lights on, turn the lights back off, that kind of stuff. Yeah, guys, there's a game going on. If you're missing the game, go get it. Try and get Fulham versus Sheffield United English League Championship game. So go get yourself a game to watch. Then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Leo Desperandos, as I usually say, I'm going to hope. See you in the next video. Subscribe if you haven't. Hang on to Chelsea. There's a hope. There's hope there. If you're giving up on Chelsea, do not give up on Chelsea. Hang on to hope. Thank you for
next discussion, maybe.
Go ahead.
Win the league.
What do you say? What do you say, Shazam? You said something.
Maybe that could be the next discussion about the title race. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, the title race. We're gonna do the title race. Yeah. I have two over there. One from Fairboy and then one from you. I'm gonna go through those two and see which one will be much more easier for me to put it up. We could do the big six, and then put on the title race, and then we'll put the coaches over there, coaches face, probably.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about it probably tomorrow, and then look at Fairboy's own and. There's 2 more things that we can talk about. That's good. We got content every day. That's good. Yeah.
And Zion, please.
Yeah.
The Wolverhampton, I don't know if it's too late to talk about it. Against Wolverhampton.
Oh, okay. I'll go. Let's talk about it. Whoa. Let's talk a little bit about the Wolves game. I know nerves have been calmed down now, so you guys will be okay. Go ahead. I'll start from Fairboy. What do you want to talk about that game? I have quite some time over here.
Seriously, Chelsea is in crisis. So we are in serious crisis. We are in serious crisis. I'm telling you. In the first half.
Yeah.
The way Wolverhampton dominated this. Hey!
Absolutely. First half.
I've not seen a team dominated like that before. But seriously. The injuries and the COVID has disturbed us. And as I keep on saying, the players who also come and deputize for our players who are out, they're not pulling their weight. That's the problem. They are not pulling their weight. Well, we improved in the second half. It was okay. But the problem is our gameplay was slower. That was the only problem. Our gameplay was slower. I had to even check our SG. 0.82. 0.82.
Wait.
A team like Chelsea, our XG 0.82. That shows how bad we were. We couldn't create chances. We're so slow, so lethargic. When we need to move quicker, we can't move. Saul Neguez comes onto the pitch. To be fair, he saw that play was better. He wasn't pressed off the ball. But he kept playing the ball backwards. So I was like, oh, come on. Saul Neguez, you're slowing down our play. We hope it will be well.
So my question to you, Fairboy, is: did you see any improvement, in terms of intensity compared to our last game?
No.
It was lethargic. This one was too. No. This one was worse.
Comparing both teams, the reason why I'm saying is comparing both teams. One was a blue block team, and the other was more attacking. Didn't you see intensity comparing in the second half, comparing our last game? Although we had so many chances and we fumbled
Chelsea was this game. Chelsea were much slower, much slower. I feel Chelsea were much slower.
So are you saying you did not see any positive in the game that you watched against Wolverhampton at all?
I saw some positive, but as I was saying, it's
tell me your positive besides the negative. I want to hear the positive.
The good thing was that we kept a clean sheet.
Okay.
We kept a clean sheet. I think what Thomas Tuchel did in the second half was excellent. He brought in Saul, and I think Saul did the job. He kept playing like how Jorginho plays when we take the lead, recycle possession, and other things to control the game. He did very well on that.
But it was
in the first.
Go ahead.
Yeah, in the first half, it was more like end to end.
Okay.
And Wolverhampton seemed to have had the better of us, right?
Yeah.
And almost took the lead. If it wasn't for the fact that the goal was ruled for offside, they would have taken the lead and would have lost that match also. So what Thomas Tuchel did in the second half too was okay. But it was too slow for me. Come on. I couldn't even watch it. I was just frustrated. That was me.
But it was the same. He was the same Sahu who went for the header and misses the header, and it results into a goal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. That offside goal, you mean?
How is that offside? It was clean offside. Did you watch the game that we all watched? It was clear offside. Yeah, onside. It was clear offside. VAR even have to intervene. You could tell Saul was. I mean, whoever had a tap in, he chip it in, was clear offside.
Yeah.
He was way behind Saul.
I think the goal was like who even crossed the ball? I think Pudence. Pudence was the one who put the ball.
It was Pudence. Yeah, it was Pudence.
He was quite onside, but I think Jimenez.
Yeah.
Jimenez tried to.
Yeah, Jimenez was offside.
He made contact.
Yeah, he was offside.
But remember, Jimenez did not interfere with play. It went directly.
Yes. Yep. I think he missed the chance. So I don't know why it was even ruled out as offside. I was shocked.
No, I'm talking about our goal, the goal that went against us, the one that crosses, that went over Saul's head.
Everton won.
The Everton won. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Everton won.
Sorry, then I didn't watch that part.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go to Hams. Hams, what do you make of that game? I know everyone. Let's say something about it before we bring the stream to an end.
First of all, this game shouldn't happen at all. From the situation we're in, our crisis with the coronavirus and all injuries and whatever, etc. This game should not happen at all. It's a disgrace. Well, but other than that, we have to settle with the Chalobah, Kante in the midfield. It was a decent starting 11 with a bench, not the best. It was the worst bench I've ever seen in my life. So to the game. First half was so slow. It was the worst half I've ever seen in my life. I've probably seen more worst halves. Wolves just dominated us, and they had a disallowed goal, which wouldn't took them to the league and probably won the game, to be honest. They were the better team, and the second half we kept more of the ball than the first half. We were a little bit better. But still slow, still lethargic. We just pass side to side, keep the ball possession. We're just not creating enough, which is the problem we always have. Final third FC settings. That's the problem. But the positive is we kept a clean sheet, which is good because it's the confidence we need for our defense, for our solidity. Because it's always good to have N'Golo Kante or Mateo Kovacic in the game who can be effective in terms of keeping possession, helping us in the back line with Kante. So that's the positive. Other than that, it's not the game that I would ever watch ever again. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Shazam, what do you want to say about the Wolves game? Is there a barring game? What would you say about it?
Shouldn't have went ahead due to COVID. A lot of other games got called off, so I don't know why we needed to play our game. First half was, as everybody said, slow. Side to side, no penetration in the midfield. I was a bit worried as well with Aspilicueta and Tuchel who should have man mark, because James was bombing forward quite a lot, and then Aspilicueta was like I'd like one 2 against 1 basically, sort of thing. So that was a bit worrying. Second half, he brings on Saul, and I'm thinking, oh, why is he bringing Saul on, man? He's going to like do something stupid or something. But fair play to him. He was a bit better. Gave away a ball quite a few times, but it made the team tick a wee bit. Not compared to Jorginho, but and then Kovacic. I feel like Kovacic brought a wee bit more better to the midfield as well. More urgency, good passing. Pulisic, in my opinion, could have done better with the chance. Could have done slightly better with the chance. But it is worrying for Chelsea at the minute with all the injuries and COVID and stuff.
Yeah.
But at least we kept a clean sheet. But his points dropped again against Man City and Liverpool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's me. That's my opinion on the Wolves game.
Yeah, I think. I think. What was that, Hams?
What about you? What do you think?
To me, what I would say about the whole thing is we have to have a little bit of patience concerning what is going on with the whole entire team. Too many injuries, and then coronavirus have eroded our team. Also, we're playing a whole entire game without our front three, our recognized front three. Imagine even people play the whole game without just their recognized number 9, which is 1. They're even worried. More or less, we play without our recognized number 3. It's very difficult. And also, it looks like a depleted side that played against Wolves, just like the same side that played against Everton. But you will sit down and say, you know what? Chelsea spent a lot of money on whoever player they buy. So whoever player sits on the bench should be equal to do the same job as the starting 11 player. But we did not see that happening. Now we know how thin our squad is, how when there are so many injuries, it can affect our club very badly. So yeah, I've learned a lot, and I'm not putting so much blame on the players, not the coach either. We are in a bit of crisis, and we hope and we pray that the players will return back strongly.
That's what I don't understand. But with our bench, but if somebody's on the bench that's not getting game time, and then their opportunities to play, then that's their chance to show the manager of what they're capable of, which they're not taking a chance.
Yeah.
Which I don't. That's what I don't understand. So
I agree. Because Nizayon.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, if you look at the Chelsea lineup against Wolves, it was capable of beating Wolves. It was strong enough. We had Rudiger, Silva, Aspilicueta as our back three. Then the midfield 4, Alonso, Kante,
Chalobah James.
Chalobah James, exactly.
Yeah.
Then the front three was Mason Mount, Hakim, and Pulisic. It was strong enough. For me, I question the mentality of the players. Like, even though, of course, we have a depleted squad, but they should play like their lives depend on it. If they try their best, they pull their weight, and we even lost or drew the game, we wouldn't talk much because we know that these good results will later on be rewarded. But it's like they don't care. Something like, I don't know. Like,
but that's not like a cycle, but of continuous managers of the. I feel like that's because of winning the Champions League and stuff like that. Now, like they can take a take it like a step back without going like full pedal. I feel like this is like a constant cycle for Chelsea every single year. It's like we win the Champions League or we win the league, and then we sack a manager. I feel like the players have like done enough, like they can get away with it. Like that's what I don't. This is what annoys me being a Chelsea fan. 1 minute you go from winning the Champions League or winning the league, and then it's all like down tools.
Yeah. You know what I think? It's not like they once we win a trophy, then we sack the manager. It is something that I know you know. It's what we call the manager bounce back. And when a new manager comes in, everybody is highly motivated. They want to prove, make a point. They want to tell the manager that, look, I'm your preferred number 9. I prefer right back and I prefer left back. So they start playing very well. But after it takes a while, then we see what the manager is also capable of doing.
Yep.
Probably we wouldn't see the main tactical and then tactical analysis of the manager because it's all manager bounce back. So the players will be performing wonderfully. But after the manager really sets into the team and trying to impose his instructions and leadership to the team, that's when we see the negativity or maybe we get to know that the manager is not good. So that's where maybe that's where we are, or maybe not.
You think?
I think
When you go for it, when you go for it, sorry for interrupting you. When you go.
I think the team has become too comfortable because look, I don't want to make the injuries we've had as an excuse. I quite remember when Jose Mourinho came to manage our club the second time.
Yeah.
I think that was the season Man City won, right?
Yeah.
We played against Liverpool. And do you know the kind of team we fielded? Team C played against Liverpool. And we beat Liverpool 2-0. A Liverpool that had Suarez. A Liverpool that had their top players. Right. You see, so I don't understand what is wrong with our players who deputize for our first team. Show the manager that indeed you want to play for the club.
Right.
Be in the good books of the manager. Play with that intensity we had. Perhaps when the first team members come, it might be that you would even keep them out. But we don't see anything from these players. You see, these players look too comfortable. I don't know if they are afraid of maybe another injury would happen and there will be no one to replace them. So therefore, they should lower the intensity of their game because the past matches we've played it's been absolutely so bad. So bad. The intensity is too bad. I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed in the players. Not the manager, in the players. In the players.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not putting coach and putting blame on any of them right now because of coronavirus. It's also play a role in whatever is going on. So I just a bit relaxed and then hoping that things might go on in a different way. So yeah, like I said, Hams, anyone want to say anything or before we bring the stream to an end?
For the top football thing is Chelsea. For some reason, December is not their month. With injuries or not, there's something is wrong with them. Like the confidence, the pressure, it doesn't go with them. Like this September, we have 2 wins out of how many games? 7 or something. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. I understand the conditions, but if you're looking at hindsight, it's not looking good. If you look at the old draws and on 1 loss, for me, it's not good enough. If you want to compete for the title, you need to be in a decent win rate than a embarrassing or shocking rate. But it's understandable why it's been going on for this season only. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, but that's the worrying part. But if this keeps on continuing, how long is Mr. Abramovich going to pull the thing and say that's it? How long is Tuchel got? Because if that happens, you know what Mr. Abramovich is going to do? He's going to sack him, and we're going to get an interim manager in again.
Yeah.
You know what? This is the 5th year without league. Man City is going to be 2 leagues ahead of us and approaching 6 years next year. Oh no!
But that's what I kept on referring to with the constant cycle of the players.
Yeah.
Not down in tools because of winning the Champions League. They don't think they want to give enough effort, which is not good enough. They're on a lot of money. They should be playing for that Chelsea, playing for the badge, playing for the club, making sure they give 100% effort.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's a little problem, I mean, we cannot dissect the whole entire thing, but let's see our next game and see where things are at the moment.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Brentford and then Aston Villa. Boxing Day.
This
The
Wednesday?
thing is, these games should not happen, man. It's an absolute disgust.
What's happening with that? Because I seen something in the chat where they're supposedly going to a board. The board, all the clubs are going to vote on it. So it needs to be 7 out of 10 to get passed.
Word was apparently he's going ahead. If you just check it, they're going ahead with the schedule.
So he's definitely
Yeah.
going ahead.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
heard.
Right, because I've seen something where you need to have 7 out of the 10. Seven club needs to agree that they don't want to like cancel the winter like the festival fixtures.
I
But
heard that.
time will tell. Time will tell. Time will tell.
Time will tell. Islam said time will tell. All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful night. This is where we're gonna bring the stream to an end. I want to thank you all for being here one more time. Then we'll see you guys again for the next stream. It could be two. I got two in mind. I want to see which one will work faster for me. If one of them, I'll take one tomorrow, and then the other one will be the following day. I'm gonna print it out down here so I know what I'm doing the following days coming up. You guys have a good night. See you very soon. Leo Desprandos and Gone to Hope.